What is going on YouTube? Hater back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we have to talk about the recent correction that's pretty much taking place across the board here. Now, you can't say that I didn't mention and bring up the fact that we are going to see some sort of dip, if not correction, to take place in the next couple of days. I mentioned this yesterday, and we're kind of starting to see this happen already. Now, I consider it more of a healthy pullback compared to anything else, and I'm going to go in depth about what I mean by that in a few seconds. But as you guys can clearly see, XRP here has decided to correct a bit lower. This was kind of expected here, as we did discuss that on the 4-hour charts, which you can see is what we have pulled up here. We were creating higher low patterns, hitting top resistance, pulling back down to support, hitting top resistance again, being overbought, moving back down to bottom support, retesting moving average, as well as the price floor here. It continues into these other cryptocurrencies too. Ethereum here, we've discussed specifically, we are overbought on the relative strength indicator. We're looking very strung out on the top right here, and it carries itself even further to things like Bitcoin, which have been in a very good position for a very long time. Problem is, we have been so overbought for the past couple of hours, if not days here, going back to the 11th, so days of overbought, you can see here, and we've discussed so many times here on the channel that it's not healthy to be this high, and we're most likely due to pull back down soon, as we were overbought for such a long period of time. Now, we haven't really seen much of a pullback. If you really extend the channels outwards, you can really see that. In regards to this big ascending triangle here, or the big ascending channel, we haven't really fallen by much at all, which really isn't a bad thing. But in regards to the 4-hour, you can clearly see why we're heading this low. So we are going to be going in depth about all of these cryptos in a second with you. We're also going to see how the S&P 500 opens, or wants to trade. We kind of have our own predictions as to what we're going to see happen here, but we'll talk about that later on. But with all that being said, definitely make sure to smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and let's dive into today's episode. So quick refresh of the top 10 cryptocurrencies. You can see we're down about 1.2%. Most of the cryptos are consolidating here. Bitcoin down 2%, but for the most part, pretty much flatlined out. You can see things like Bitcoin pretty much flatlined. Ethereum flatlined out. We have BNB, okay. XRP is correcting ever so slightly. Cardano's dipping a little bit lower. Doge up surprisingly, but a lot of the cryptos overall are pretty much just kind of looming around, not really seeing much movement. Now, if you've been following the channel for the past couple of days, we've pretty much seen we've tracked the breakout prior to it happening. We saw beautiful bull flag formations here. You can see if we go back over a week ago, the beautiful bull flag formation was right here, and then we broke out of it. Then we had the beautiful ascending triangle where we were pretty much trying to pinpoint when breakout would be, where breakout would be. Then we started to have the actual breakout. You can see on these two days here, about 6 days ago, a week ago, right here and right here. And then moving even further, we started to say, hey, well, the breakout isn't over. The small little dip is just just a bull trap and what will continue to pump to the upside. And then we continued to surge, which is even crazier. You can see the continuing surge here, the continuing surge here. You can see the breakout isn't over. Stop surging now. Then you can see headed even higher. And then as of yesterday, we said, hey, why aren't we actually moving? We're inside what appears to be a very long, boring, and uncertain sideways channel for the most part here, even though it's kind of angled up. It's really not seeing much movement. There's a very good chance we're going to start to see dips, and that we've probably exhausted the run here, and a healthy pullback would be necessary. Now, this was yesterday's video, and if you didn't watch yesterday's video, I took a little snippet. You can see right here. 1 day ago was yesterday's episode. I said, what is happening? Crypto is getting ready to pop. I hope you're seeing this. And as you can see, the reference to the beautiful channel that we just drew here, this was, I believe, XRP. You can see the XRP uptrend here. You can see the XRP uptrend here. I believe we are looking at the same thing. Yes. Okay. You can see we clearly drew the top, bottom, top, bottom, top, bottom, top. And what did we expect to see happen after this? Coming into today, correction back down to price floor and the moving average. Well, guess where we are as of right now? Right where we expected here. So drawing it out, you can see we fell, and then started to see this correction up, down, up, and here we were expecting to see down again. So you could see, look at it here, and then look at it here. It is exactly what we predicted and expected to happen on XRP and a lot of these other cryptocurrencies. So by no means is this surprising in any sense right now. A healthy pullback is necessary for the continued longevity of XRP and a lot of these major cryptocurrencies here. You can see on the daily that we are trending inside an ascending triangle right here, or sorry, an ascending channel here, and the pullback to the bottom support is by no means shocking, surprising, or unexpected, if you ask me. So it makes sense that we're dipping lower here. This was no means, something that we weren't expecting to see happen here, and I believe we're going to just continue to consolidate. Obviously, there's always a big chance for a dip or a pullback to happen, for us to dip all the way down a moving average. It will happen at some point. I don't know if it's going to be right now, but ideally, very easily, a trade could be made on this where we do have this uptrend here, and how we'll be, making this approach is if we break through, close above resistance at like 52, 53 cents, whatever, this uptrend, if we break through it, to buy and long. So simply put, we close the daily like this, we close right here, we buy in with that expectation of this to happen. We close below support here at any point, we close the daily there, we expect to see a drop down in moving average, or at least down to 44 cents. Obviously taking advantage and making these trades on BidFi, which is the #1 cryptocurrency leveraging exchange that I like to use here on the channel. For those that don't know, BidFi allows you to buy long, it allows you to sell short, it allows you to take profits, it allows you to create stop losses. Everything you could possibly think of is offered on BidFi, including leverage trading, which is even cooler. Long, short, leveraged, not only Bitcoin or Ethereum or Polkadot or Chainlink or Cardano, they offer XRP too, which makes them so unique over all the other cryptocurrencies in the market. The fact that XRP is offered here makes them stand out, at least to me, quite substantially. So it makes sense to use them. It really does if you like XRP or honestly any other cryptocurrency too. I've been using them for over 2 years, no problems at all. Another cool feature is they do offer a demo account, 100 grand Monopoly money to test your skills. It's like a simulator or generator to get familiar, comfortable with the website. Trade around like you're actually having some money invested. Test your skills. You do, 10 profitable trades in a row here. Good chance you'll do well on the 11th, so on and so forth here. Or just, use the demo as a way to play around free. But definitely make sure to check it out. Completely free to sign up to the website down in the description, and completely free and risk-free to use their demo account. The best part is if you do decide to sign up with the link down in the description below, you can earn up to $2,888 completely free. So make sure to check that out. Now, moving forward from that and from XRP, which is the uptrend here, looking at things like Ethereum and Bitcoin. Bitcoin has clearly had its dip much quicker than Ethereum had. You can see it's kind of the start of correction here. It's by no means surprising to me. Honestly, it really is no means surprising. You can see we could probably move this up too, which is the funny part here. And we are still inside this uptrend here, but we've kind of expected and anticipated a correction to the downside. I'm not sure how low or how fast it is going to fall, but I do think we're a bit, overextended. And you could probably go back in yesterday's video, and we talked about this coming down a moving average, or potentially down to its moving average, or at least down to its price floor, which would be this new, which was once a resistance, would now be a support here, and that would lower us fairly low on the relative strength indicator and give us plenty of room to start heading to the upside, which is exciting if you ask me. So we expect this. Dips are on their way. I do believe Bitcoin is going to continue to drop. We'll see how low this goes. This one's definitely harder, but I can easily see 28.7. Maybe down a moving average. I'm not sure, but it is necessary and it is healthy for Bitcoin and Ethereum to see these drops. So might be taken out of trade. I'm not entirely sure, but I definitely think the markets are going to correct now back to the downside. And then lastly, looking at the S&P 500. Things are a bit interesting with the S&P. It's something that by no means was surprising. We did pretty much expect to see some sort of breakout here because we started to develop what appears to me as a bull flag formation here. Then we broke through the price ceiling, and that's what anticipated the run here. Now, besides that, we also had higher lows. So that was another reason that I was expecting this to break outwards here. Now, I wasn't sure how high, but ideally, I do also believe we're going to continue this kind of higher low pattern here. So I would expect to see maybe the next one, drop to here, then we head up, we drop to here, and then we head up, and so on and so forth here. And that would continue this higher low pattern like I was talking about. Now, I'm not sure how much higher we're going to go before we see that dip. That's the little confusing part, but bull flags typically have continuation patterns. So I would expect to see, more movement here. There's a chance we could drop to here. There's a chance we could fall lower, or we could just consolidate out, as we are battling a bit of a resistance here, which I don't think we're going to be breaking anytime soon. So it's tough. Lots of moving parts within the S&P 500, but I do believe in the entirety of everything, we are looking bullish on crypto and the S&P. No, explosion to the upside 500%, but I do believe that we are, in a positive trajectory now and no longer in a bearish one. So with that being said, that's going to wrap up today's video. Smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and I'll see you in tomorrow's episode. Peace.